Welcome to Daily Bread. As always, this reading is timeless. When you find it is when you're meant to see it, or when this message finds you is when you're meant to see it. If this message resonates with you, please comment, like, follow, consider subscribing. And even if it doesn't resonate with you, share it with someone else. It may resonate with them. The energy's already been cleared. Let's jump in. We're going to ask God for some guidance on what are the energies we need to focus on today. What are the energies we need to focus on today? Communication. So what I'm seeing right off the bat is that we're at a turning point where communication is definitely going to make or break what your goals are. So I see that somebody is completely aligned with what their intentions are. They know what they want. They can see their future. They've done their vision board, and they have that inside piece figured out, or at least figured out enough. And the next step is figuring out how to communicate those needs to others outside of yourself. So working on getting that communication internally aligned and externally aligned. So what I see is that somebody has been putting in the work to communicate with themselves better, whether that's meditating, journaling, getting some more quiet time, whether you're taking, baths or longer showers or things that you're doing to nurture yourself. You've been working on that internal communication with that God in you, and now it's time to work on bringing that God in you into external communication, because once you communicate those things outwardly is when things start to happen. So I see somebody's been working on their communication, and that can work in terms of like internal and external communications. That can have an impact on your relationships, romantically, and friendships, and your family. And it can also be someone who's working on things to do with their business. So let's jump right in. Let's get some additional clarification on what today's message is. Yep. All right, so I'm seeing the Seven of Swords here, the Six of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. So in terms of communication, I'm seeing that in the Seven of Swords, somebody is cutting out all of the secrecy, cutting out all of the lies, cutting out all of the deceit. So what I'm also seeing is somebody was probably really good in indirect communication or passive communication, maybe beating around the bush. And what I'm seeing now is that someone is understanding that with all of the mental gymnastics that it takes to beat around the bush, to be passive, to try to get things across and communicate in these really weird indirect ways hasn't been working. And now what you're about to do is you're ready to cut to the point. You're ready to cut through the chase and be more direct. You're done circumventing the things that might make other people uncomfortable, and the things that have made you uncomfortable. And it's one of those things where when you are willing to embrace the discomfort when you communicate, you can cut through barriers for yourself and other people. And what I'm seeing is that somebody is getting really aligned with their subconscious and being really ready to bring out, to make more of the subconscious conscious in ways that are going to make you victorious. And that's what I'm seeing with the Six of Wands. Somebody is about to have a pretty important conversation, I think. I think a conversation is about to come up, or a conversation has happened, and you've been ruminating on whether or not you said the right thing or you will say the right thing. And what I'm seeing here is that you are aligned with yourself. You're aligned with what your intentions are. You're aligned with your honesty and your goals, and you're going to overcome whatever this is, whatever this challenging communication situation has been for you. You said the right thing. You're going to say the right thing. You don't have to worry about what you're saying when you're speaking your truth and making and bringing to light these things that, you know, have been hidden inside of you. Someone is going to be definitely victorious with this. You're going to, I'm seeing that within, you know, the next week or so, you're going to really start to see the results of whatever communication challenges you've been going through. So I'm definitely seeing somebody feeling definitely victorious, somebody feeling overjoyed. Like this 9 of Cups energy that I'm seeing is like you just found a hidden treasure, and the treasure is inside of yourself, and you're ready to release it. And when you bring those treasures outside of yourself, outside of your feelings, you start to see those materially as well. So what I'm seeing is that, yeah, somebody is about to start communicating in such direct ways that are just so tactful, and that bring out those subtleties that in peace and moves to action, that it's really going to have an impact on bringing you forward and making you manifest those things that you've been waiting to manifest. So that's really good stuff. So let's go to the Oracle and let's get a card for advice, or maybe actions, or maybe some wisdom that we want to kind of keep in mind as we're working on our communication and navigating through situations where we're trying to bring our unconscious into our conscious so that we can be more successful in manifesting. Yeah, observer. So what I'm seeing with the observer is that you have been watching. You have been waiting. Somebody has been in this mode where when they were in this mode of indirect communication, they were playing the role of an observer. Even in their own life, you were the side character. So it's time to start doing things for the plot. You are no longer an observer. You've seen enough, and it's time to trust that what you've seen, you can act on. You've observed, you've seen, you've taken in, you've done the work to make the unconscious conscious. You have seen enough. You've seen enough. It's time to act. So yes, your observation skills are great, and you have done a great job. You take things in amazing. You're like a sponge. And all of those things that you've observed have gone to your unconscious. And now as you're trying to work those things out and make the unconscious conscious, you're going to start noticing that you saw and you paid attention to so much more than you thought you did. And you're going to start unlocking these tools and things inside of you that are just going to make you, you know, just more abundant in joy and peace and money, and just like the things that you need. So kudos to somebody for putting in the work to understand that what their needs are, to communicate with themselves internally, get connected with the God in them, and then start to avoid those passive methods of communication to be more direct, so that you can get to the things that you want and you can feel more fulfilled. And you've seen and you've observed, and now it's time to act. So thank you for tuning in to Daily Bread. As always, if this resonated with you, please like, comment, follow, consider subscribing. Also, share it. If it resonated with you, maybe it'll resonate with someone you know and love. So thank you for tuning in to Daily Bread.